In this video, we'll cover the failed auto charges. So a failed auto charge can trigger anytime either a subscription or a payment plan charge has failed. And we'll want to set this up with the billing automation triggers. Now, a note on this, if you set up the invoice notices to be sent anytime a open invoice hasn't been paid, you may not need this campaign at all. Fortapay does take care of sending out notices for any uh, invoice that is unpaid. And if you have that enabled, then this would really be a duplicated effort and wouldn't be needed. But in the event that you want to specifically send out notices related to particular auto charge failures, then this campaign could be helpful. So the first thing we'll want to do is set up the billing automation trigger, which happens in Infusionsoft. So again, we would go to e-commerce and then settings, and then on the left menu, billing automation. And then under the trigger type, we want to choose when a credit card auto charge attempt is made. So we'll add the trigger. And from here, I have all kinds of different things. The first one is if it's successful or fails. In this case, we want first initially if it fails. And then I can choose and limit this based on different products that I had set up for, or I could leave it generic to any subscription or auto charge. From there, I want to simply add an action. In this case, will be apply a tag. So let's take a look at which tag that's going to be. So if I come back to my campaign, I double click this, and it's going to be finance failed auto charge start. So if I come over here to the list of tags, I want to go down to triggers, and then it will be failed auto charge start. So this is the tag I want applied when there's a failed auto charge. I can just hit save trigger, and Infusionsoft will take care of applying this tag in the event of a failed auto charge. So when that tag gets applied, this campaign will start. Now I just need to configure what happens. So in this case, I want to configure these emails that are going to get sent to my customer. And if this is associated with maybe a subscription, I'll come over to Fortapay, grab my Infusionsoft links, and if I want to have them update a subscription, I may want to send them right to the subscription list. So that's what I'll do in this example. I'll grab the link for that, come back to my campaign, choose URL, and paste in that URL. Now when this auto charge fail happens, they'll get this email. I can customize the email and a link to update their credit card information. I can do that for other second notices. I can also run actions for collections, etc. So I can do all kinds of other activity, but in this case, we were sending just the one notice, and I'll hit apply there. Now, if there is a successful auto charge, I definitely want to set this up as well. So with this one, I'll also come back to the billing automation, and I'll again choose auto charge attempt is made, but this time instead of a fail, we want to do on success. And for here, I'll probably want to choose when the previous one has failed. Okay, so same thing, I could limit this by a particular subscription or product, and then we want to apply the tag, and the tag we want to apply here is going to be successful auto charge start. So if I come back to my triggers down here and successful auto charge start right there, hit save and hit save again. Okay, so this is now configured and ready to go. I'll also want to configure if there's any access, or if you have a membership site, for example, and you want to withhold access or add access based on the auto charge, you can configure that with tags. But this is ready to go. And now that campaign, I could just publish that. So anytime that there's an auto charge failure, they'll get an email with a link up to update their credit card information. And then when that does get updated or that charge is successful, then it will finish out this campaign. As I mentioned, this is certainly just one way we provide this campaign for auto charges. In most cases, I would probably recommend not using this campaign and instead using our open invoice campaign that we've covered in a previous video to send out those updates. But either way could work, and there could be certain circumstances where this would be more appropriate.